Welcome to the chapter Polynomial. In this chapter, we are going to learn the concepts of polynomial such as expression, degrees, types, graphical representation and so on. What exactly is polynomial? Polynomial is an algebraic expression with the power as a rational number. However, a polynomial is an algebraic expression in which the power of any variable is a whole number. You could see the general form given in the slide as px is equal to anx raised to n plus an minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus a till a square x square a1x plus a0, where all these a's or coefficients are real number and n is an integer. We'll go through some examples to understand the concepts. Taking the first example, 12. The number of terms are 1 and therefore the name of the term is monomial. Since there is no variable, so the degree or the power of that variable is 0. So the name of that degree is constant. Moving to the second example, 8x. Number of terms is only 1, 8x. So the name of that term is monomial. The degree of the variable x is 1 and therefore the name of that degree is linear. Moving to the third example, 4x square plus 3. There are two terms, 4x square and 3. So the name of that term is binomial. The degree of the variable is 2 and therefore the name of that degree is quadratic. Moving to the fourth example, 5x cube plus x square. There are two terms, 5x cube and x square. Therefore, the name of the term is binomial. Since the highest degree of both the term is 3 and therefore the name of that degree is cubic. Similarly, students, you can go through the rest two examples to understand their name of terms and name of the degrees. Moving to the important topic as the graphical representation. Any equation can be represented on a graph on the Cartesian plane, where each point on the graph represents the x and the y coordinate of the point that satisfies the equation. For example, here in this slide, I have taken the equation y is equal to x on a graph will be a straight line that join all the points which have their x and y coordinates equal. For example, 1, 1, 2, 2 and so on. Let us visualize polynomial in the graph. So the graphical representation of a linear polynomial is a straight line. It cuts the x-axis at exactly one point. The graph of the quadratic polynomial is a parabola. It looks like a U which either opens upward or opens downward depending upon the value of A in ax square plus bx plus c. Since here the value of A we considered is greater than 0, the parabola is opening upward. The other way it will be downwards. It cuts the x-axis at 0, 1 or 2 points. Graph of the polynomial which cuts the x-axis in two distinct points. There are other cases as well of the graph of a quadratic polynomial which touches the x-axis at exactly one point, considering same a is greater than 0. And the last case is the graph of the quadratic polynomial that doesn't touches the x-axis, considering same a is less than 0. For a polynomial of the form y is equal to x raised to n, where n is a whole number, as the n increases the graph below the stepper or drawn closer to y-axis as you could see. If n is an odd number, the graph lies in the first and the third quadrant. If n is even, the graph lies in the first and the second quadrant, and the graph of y is equal to minus x raised to n is the reflection of graph of y is equal to x raised to n on the x-axis. So the blue line, if you could see, is y is equal to x square, and the red line is y is equal to x raised to 7. Let us understand the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of polynomial. Student, please keep in mind the zeros are also called as the roots of the polynomial, and they are the values which satisfies the given equation. So don't get confused as a zero of a polynomial and 0 as a number. Linear polynomial. See, the equation is ax plus b. If we substitute this equation equal to 0, we will get the root of the equation as alpha is equal to minus b by a, where, as we have seen earlier, the linear polynomial on a graph cuts the x-axis at exactly 1 point. So they have exactly 1 zeros. Next is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial cuts the x-axis at exactly 2 points, and therefore instead of giving the direct alpha and beta are the roots, there is some relationship between their roots as the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros. The same formula are there in the chapter quadratic. So please keep this in mind. Sum of the zeros are given by the equation alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of the zeros are given by alpha into beta is equal to c by a, where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of middle term, and c as the constant term. These are some of the algebraic identities and the quadratic polynomial in roots which you will require in the chapter. Given as algebraic identity as a square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab, and the quadratic polynomial in the form of roots as alpha square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0, where alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic polynomial. Last topic of this chapter is division algorithm, where we are dividing two polynomials to get in the form dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. What we have to do is we have to arrange the polynomial in a decreasing order of their power. Just look at the first term of the divisor and think of the term that will multiply with it, which gives the first term of dividend. Like for example, in the sum given below, see the divisor is x and the first term of dividend is 3x square. What should be multiplied to x to get the value 3x cube? It is 3x square. So 3x square gets multiplied with x, giving you 3x cube. Similarly, that 3x square is multiplied with 4 in the divisor to get 12x square. As we do in the division, we subtract the first two terms to get 4x square. Taking the next term down, that is 21x. Now look at the first term of the new dividend 4x square. What should be multiplied to the first term of divisor x to get 4x square? That is 4x. So 4x get multiplies to the divisor x plus 4 to give you 4x square plus 16x. We go on subtracting till the remainder is less than your divisor power. In this case, the remainder is 0. At the end, we form the equation as dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That is 3x cube plus 16x square plus 21x plus 20 is equal to x plus 4 into 3x square plus 4x plus 5 plus the remainder, that is 0. Thank you, class.